Prior to releasing her sophomore album in July of 2021, Billie Eilish has found herself in yet another scandal. This time a TikTok exposed that Billie used racial slurs and mocked the Asian language. In this video, I'm going to get into all this and touch on some of the other scandals that Billie has found herself in recently. I'm Mackenzie, and before we get into it, make sure to subscribe if you're new here. So a recent video leaked of Billie on TikTok, and it's now going viral for all the wrong reasons. The video is a compilation of problematic behavior from Billie. The first is her mouthing along to a song on TikTok, and she appears to mouth the C word, a slur for Asian people. And the next one, Billie is on Instagram Live talking with her brother, and she appears to start talking in a black accent, which her brother Phineas called her out for. Then there's another video that Billie took of herself where she's just straight up saying gibberish with an Asian accent in an effort to mock the language. We don't get any context of these clips or know why they were filmed, but frankly, I'm not too sure it matters. Plenty of fans are now reacting to the disappointing footage and calling for the singer to be cancelled. However, some fans have come to Billie's defense and think the language could just be an involuntary tic due to her Tourette's syndrome. This scandal came just days after Billie's last scandal, where she was accused of queer baiting. This accusation happened after Billie posted some behind the scenes footage from her Lost Cause music video. The caption on that post was, quote, "I love girls." And the video was essentially just Billie frolicking around with her girlfriends while dancing to the song. Many accused Billie of queer baiting, and if you don't know what that is, it's when a celebrity hints that they might be part of the LGBT+ community in order to get recognition from that community when the person knows that they are actually straight. One person commented on the music video saying, quote, "Acting sexual with girls to draw in more audience is gross." Another said, quote, "Funny she's posting this in June, Pride Month. Bestie, you better not be queer baiting." However, some felt the video might be her way of somewhat coming out without actually putting a label on it. And to add on to the growing number of scandals that Billie currently finds herself in, her new boyfriend, 29-year-old Matthew Tyler Vorse, was exposed for tweeting racist and homophobic things in the past, but he recently apologized online. As of now, Billie has not responded to any of the backlash against her for these actions, but I'm hoping that she does address the leaked TikTok videos for the sake of her Asian fans. So that's all for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think of all this problematic stuff that's come out about Billie recently, and are you still a fan of hers? I'd love to know below. That's all for the video, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and sub to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Recently, a video resurfaced of singer Billie Eilish using an Asian slur, and needless to say, many were absolutely shocked by it. Eilish has finally spoken up about the video that quickly went viral and said that she was appalled and embarrassed by it. I'm gonna get into all of those details in just a moment, but first, if you could do us a big favor and please tap that like button, we'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. Billie Eilish is both apologizing and clarifying a recent video that took off where she can be seen and heard saying an Asian slur. She came under fire last week after a TikTok exposed the star for mouthing the slur as she sang along to Tyler the Creator's song Fish. The edited video then shows Billie speaking gibberish, which many viewed as her mocking an Asian accent. At the time, Billie was about 13 or 14 years old, and in her apology posted to her Instagram stories, the singer went on to say, "I love you guys, and many of you have been asking me to address this, and this is something that I want to address because I'm being labeled something that I am not. There's a video edit going around of me when I was 13 or 14 where I mouthed a word from a song that at the time I didn't know was a derogatory term used against members of the Asian community. I am appalled and embarrassed, and I want to barf that I ever mouthed along to that word, as it was never used around me by anyone in my family. Regardless of my ignorance and age at the time, nothing excuses the fact that it was hurtful, and for that I am sorry." She then goes on to clarify saying, "The other video in that edited clip is me speaking in a silly gibberish made up voice, something I started doing as a kid and have done my whole life when talking to my pets, friends, and family. It is absolute gibberish and just me goofing around, and is in no way an imitation of anyone or any language, accent, or culture in the slightest. Anyone who knows me has seen me goofing around with voices my whole life. Regardless of how it was interpreted, I did not mean for any of my actions to have caused hurt to others, and it absolutely breaks my heart that it is being labeled now in a way that might cause pain to people hearing it." In closing, she finishes off by saying, "I not only believe in but have always worked hard to use my platform to fight for inclusion, kindness, tolerance, equity, and equality. We all need to continue having conversations, listening, and learning. I hear you and I love you. Thank you for taking the time to read this." Personally, I think that this is just people trying to make something out of nothing. It's good, of course, to hold people accountable, but Billie Eilish really is one of the least problematic celebrities out there right now. This also felt like an odd distraction though from her new boyfriend, who also just had to apologize for posting offensive things to social media in the past. Matthew Vorse came under fire after Billie fans dug up old tweets of his where he allegedly used offensive language and slurs about people of color. In his apology, Matthew said, "I want to apologize for the things that I wrote on social media in the past. The language I used was hurtful and irresponsible, and I understand how offensive those words are. Whether it was a lyric, a quote, or just me being dumb, it does not matter. I am ashamed and deeply sorry that I used them in any context. It is not how I was raised, and it is not what I stand for. I shouldn't have used this language in the first place, and I won't use it again. I am so sorry for the hurt that I have caused. I take full responsibility and continue to hold myself accountable for my actions." Which sounds really similar to Billie's apology, but really, is there any other way to apologize other than to say that you are deeply sorry for what you said in the past? I truly think that this time period will go down in history as the great reckoning of our culture, where even the biggest celebrities in the world are needing to come out with these Instagram apologies. This had to have started with a YouTuber apology video, right? I mean, let me know what you guys think about Billie and her boyfriend's apologies though in those comments down below. And while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled, "We need to talk about David Dobrik and Dirty Dom returning." Seth freaking Rollins says, "So I guess getting cancelled is just a guaranteed short vacation from social media." I mean, it sure seems like it. Lauren says, "This is not in defense of David at all, but I think Dirty Dom was trying to stir up drama. I don't think David is that stupid to bring him back in his vlogs." Yeah, I don't think David's that stupid either. I mean, he apologized twice for what Dirty Dom did, so I really do think I agree with you on that he is just trying to stir up some drama and attention. Gypsy American Girl Ranting says, "You the best, Johnny." Aw, thank you so much, man. You the best. Hugs Not Drugs says, "This is just showing that they can get away with anything, sneak back in while everyone is distracted by something else, shaking my head." That's the problem with the internet. It's so vast and it feels like there is a new news story every day. You know, the news cycle is just constantly rolling. So we do have to hold these people accountable, and I do want to say that I think that it is a case-by-case basis, but I don't think a cancellation should be a forever thing. We are all human and we all make mistakes. Patrick Alm says, "I'm not here for it." It's funny to read this one right after I'm like, maybe we should give up. And he's like, no. Patrick's like, no, I'm done. I'm done with them. I'm done. You know? Unless it's like Chris Brown, then yeah, maybe he should be forgiven, but you know. Either way, guys, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube, or at least try.